Hey, 30-06 John here, and today we're continuing with my 300 Blackout AR build, what work I've done to it, and also my hunting loads for when I go deer hunting with this in a couple of weeks. So keep watching and hope you enjoy the video. This is actually a Anderson stripped lower. Here's the box from it. Bought it fairly cheap a while back. Also, I used a CMMG parts kit. You know, I've never actually assembled an AR-15 before, lower, from a parts kit. It was actually a lot simpler than I thought. I just used the CMMG's website with their instructions. Brownells also has a lot of good information on assembling an AR. Other parts I used also, I used a Aero Precision AR-15 buffer tube kit. The stock I'm using is a Magpul. I'm using a Magpul MOE K2 grip. I'll explain why I chose this grip here in a minute. The only tools I really needed to assemble this AR, the strip lower, I have this Real Avid AR-15 hammer and pin punch kit. That's only the real tools that I needed. So I've been shooting this rifle a little bit. Probably have over 50, maybe 100 rounds with it in load development and just shooting some factory ammo. Biggest problem so far is this side charging handle. Let me zoom in on it. Yeah, this side charging handle, as I explained before, it's just held in with one Allen screw into the bolt carrier group. It just loosens up all the time. Only takes 2 or 3 shots and it's loose. It's only held in there by 4 or 5, maybe 6 threads. So what I've had to do is Loctite this in. Now it makes it hard to take the bolt carrier group out for cleaning, but that's what you have to do. I used a blue Loctite, removable with tolls. I don't know how long that'll last, but that's one reason why I chose the grip that I did, because it has a little compartment in the bottom, and I'm going to have to take an Allen wrench with me so I could always tighten this screw up here if I'm in the field and I notice that it's loose. This is what they call a Gen 1 type side charging handle. Sort of funny, this has a hole right here, which isn't in a standard bolt carrier group. So I think this bolt carrier group is actually drilled for a Gen 2 type side charging handle. So in the future, I might try to buy a replacement kit or from someone who can get rid of this and go to a Gen 2 side charging handle. Don't know if that'll work. If I had to do it all over again, if I knew that this handle is going to be so loose and finicky, I never would have bought it. I would have just gotten a standard rear charging handle. For optics, I put this Weaver AR type mount on it. Also, I have a Vortex Diamondback. This is a 3x9x40 1-inch tube scope. I took the scope cap off. The adjustments here are very easy. A lot of scopes are pretty stiff. This one here, it almost feels too easy, but it hasn't really moved. So I guess it'll be fine. I'll find out on my hunt. For the loads that I'm going to be using, I thought I was going to have to make 300 Blackout brass out of 223 brass, but then I started seeing 300 Blackout brass over the range. Then I was able to find at a local gun store a bunch of Winchester 300 Blackout unprimed brass. Since this is Winchester and the price was pretty reasonable, I got a couple hundred of these. They seem to be working fine. For powder, I'm using Hodgdon Little Gun. My load is 17.5 grains. The main hunting bullet that I'm going to be using is this Barnes 120 grain TAC-TX bullet. I know a lot of people like the 110 grain bullet. I just want a little bit more throw weight. These should do fine. I use a lot of Barnes bullets for hunting. For primers, I am using CCI small rifle Magnum primers. They don't really specify Magnum rifle primer for the Blackout, but that's what I've been using. Seems to be working fine. For reloading dies, I'm using this RCBS 300 Blackout die set. These are, the SB means it's a small base, and the TC means it's a taper crimp set. This is specially made for the Blackout, a little bit different from their other 300 Blackout die set. Here's one of my loaded rounds. This is the Barnes 120 grain TAC-TX bullet, all copper alloy, polymer tip. Here's my target from shooting the TAC-TX bullets. 100 yards. My initial group, pretty good. 5-shot group, 1 1/8 inch center to center. Had to do a sight correction, so I moved it over here. I still have to tweak it a little bit more. I want this about 2 inches high, but I sort of ran out of ammo. Average velocity from the chronograph is 2,160 feet per second. Here is a ballistic drop chart and also a energy foot-pounds chart at distance. This is just from the Hornady's website under ballistic calculators. You just type in your ballistic coefficient and all their pertinent data information. Creates a drop chart for you. So since this is an AR platform, I chose my sight height over the bore as 2 inches, not 1.5 inches. Then also there's a spot there to put in your zero range. I zeroed this gun for 165 yards. You play around with the distance to get the best trajectory table. This is the best, what I feel. So at 100 yards, we're 2.2 inches high, and at 200 yards, we're 3 inches low. So that gives us an effective distance of about 200 yards. At 225 yards, we go down to 6 inches below line of sight. 250 is 9.8 inches, and it goes worse from there. A 300 Blackout is about a 200-yard cartridge. This works in well on that. Also, if you look at energy foot-pounds, at 200 yards, our foot-pounds of energy is 799. I'm not particularly an energy foot-pounds advocate type guy, but you need some energy there. The velocity is 1732 with a 120 grain Barnes bullet going that distance at that energy. That'll work fine for deer. So this is where I'm at with this 300 Blackout AR. Just about got it squared away for deer hunting. I'm going deer hunting in about 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks. Be gone for a week. Hopefully I'll get a few deer with this. Anyhow, that's all I have for today. Hey, I enjoy everyone watching. If you enjoy this type of content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Everyone stay safe. Have a nice day. Once again, thanks for watching.